These two undeads quite often will have very different styles from each other. Where 1-0 really likes playing the old school style and will be going for Tet Fiends almost every single time. Happy, as we see here already, spawning in the top left, seems to prefer much more the Ghoul opening. Lich Ghouls or DK Ghouls, I guess Lich Ghouls most of the time, with an early Crypt, delaying the first hero a little bit. Whereas 1-0, he's going for the altar right away, and a Ziggurat, and then a delayed Crypt. This means 1-0 is going to have fewer ghouls in the early game. He's going to make, most likely, only 3. He's going to keep them at home at all times. The ghouls won't be fighters this game. They will be workers. Their task will be to chop lumber. And it's going to be only the DK and Skellies, and later on Fiends, out on the map. Now, this strat sounds weird and weak on paper if you don't know it. The thing is, wait a minute. You have no units at the start of the game. You only have the hero and the DK. Isn't that weak? And indeed, it is weak at the start of the game, but there are some big benefits. You get to tech quickly to tier 2. After that, also you reach tier 3 pretty fast. And every single fiend that gets added to your army is a meaningful increase in power. And once you get to 50 supply, with fiends, triple hero, statue destroyers, all of a sudden then, this strategy hits a huge power spike. Also, meaningful power spikes before that in the mid-game. Once the first statue comes out especially, and you have level 2 DK, this strat also gets a lot more strong. But yeah, in the early game, it's very weak. Whereas Happy, he's going to be much more strong early on, but the ghouls will tend to fall off as the game goes on, as the Fiend army on the other side gains power, also as the enemy Lich gains power. Nova, AoE, Focus Fire, ghouls of course, very low HP, will die quickly. Happy with ghouls and skellies, he can creep much faster than the Deathknight can on the other side, so normally 1-0 or any harassing DK player has to be aggressive and try to slow down the Lich's creeping so he doesn't get out of control. Happy is thinking about expanding here. Wait, is he just straight up expanding? This is indeed a good map for expansion. On Tide Hunters, this camp is very easy to creep. Happy, though, rarely goes fast expo. That's kind of a labby go-to. I think the strat definitely can make sense. As I pointed out, this Tet Fiend build is weak in the early game. You can punish that with a bit of greed, trying to expand, and there's not too much 1-0 can do about it at the start of the game. But he's bringing actually ghouls. Okay, he's adjusting his build. Not going into fiends, which would be slow as mentioned. Happy has not yet been able to set up the tower here. Go for the expansion. The ghoul attack actually adds some more pressure that Happy perhaps was not expecting. Didn't get a great item, by the way. Only the Ring of Protection. And I wonder if Happy's going to go through with his expansion or not. Has it narrow been the main base? Has the Acolyte coming over again? And this is not something I'm too used to in Happy's Undead play. Rarely do we see him play Fast Expo. If you guys are familiar with Labyrinth, the Korean Undead, of course he loves playing Fast Expansion. Not just in Undead Mirror, but simply everywhere. Deathknight here, not too much experience yet. He was able to steal 1 creep from this camp, making level 2 a bit harder for the Lich, but Happy has it now. On his first hero, 1 ghoul goes down, but the lumber economy should still be looking good. We're going to have 4 ghouls for 1-0 on lumber. But the fiends are going to be very late, aren't they? It was a successful delay on Happy's expansion. Indeed, it's going to take a while still to complete. If 1-0 could find an expo cancel, this would be great for him. But again, this is the weakness of the Tet Fiend build. Now, this is not exactly a Tet Fiend build. This was 4 ghouls into fiends. Oh, with 1 more ghoul going down here. But of course, this build still is slow to build a decent army. And in this case, even slower to build the fiend army. First fiend only now about to come out at around 4 minutes 40. Happy creeping in the middle. You get a good experience here. If the DK could see the last hit, that would be wonderful, but he is not in position. Good scouting by Happy. Always seemingly aware what 1-0 is up to. And now the Lich almost level 3. Thank you to our first subs of the day. Legic 1R with the resub, and my Winter Walk with the resub. Thank you. Lich picks up the level 3. Now the Frost Nova gets quite scary. Lich is a hero that scales insanely well with levels. He gets 3.4 int per level. Really, really strong. And also, if you play Lich first, you go Dark Ritual. There's lots of mana sustain available on the hero. But Happy's tech is gonna be late. His expansion was not very fast. In fact, he's forgetting about an Acolyte still. Oh, Happy. Macro mistake. Ooh, this Acolyte is much too late. This delays the tech now for the Hapster, while we have 1-0 on the way to tier 3 already. Now Happy is trying to bully with his Lich. He's got level 3 versus level 1 advantage with great scouting and aggressive maneuvering in the middle of the map. Happy was able to prevent leveling on the Deathknight very effectively. Pushing into the main with ghouls. This could be a bit of a suicide mission. Also for the Lich, by the way. Lich getting surrounded here. Almost. 1-0's Lich is coming out in a moment with the Frost Nova coming into play. This could be Happy's first hero in serious trouble. Happy sacrificing quite a few units here. He got one Acolyte in the back. He would love to use another Nova, but now the Lich is too hurt. Good coil comes in, and this does not entirely seem worth it by Happy, I think. He's getting some kills. So Happy got one Acolyte and one Ghoul here, I think. He keeps the Lich alive, which was of course the crucial part here. But I think this may have been better for 1-0. However, one big downside for 1-0 is he cancelled the tech. Tier 3 is hugely delayed, and only on Tier 3 will this strategy for 1-0 really get scary. It's going to be pretty good with Lich now joining and statues coming out and Aura and Fiends. I'm not trying to deny that, but it only gets very strong on Tier 3 with Orb and Triple Hero.
3 years, baby.
Yo, Ghost Games with the resub. Thank you. Happy with the ghouls here. Willing to threaten a surround. One ghoul going to go down here, but Happy again with a nice deny. Using the Ritual Dagger. Healing up the Lich and some of the ghouls. Second Nova comes in, though. Happy is going to be losing more of his ghouls, but the DK also on 1-0 side pretty hurt. But now the Fiend, target fire onto the ghouls. Quite nice. Happy's main is somewhat protected with a narrow tower. And it's more ghouls. Nope, never mind. Ghouls cancelled. Happy now going to transition into Fiends. Getting early upgrades on the Fiends as well. I like that. And look at the tech timing. This seems so late. I guess this attack that looked a bit dodgy was way more effective in the end than I initially thought it would be. Happy has so much time. Again, until tier 3 is finished with destroyers, Happy is safe. Only on tier 3 is he going to be in trouble. Invis Potion on Happy. If you guys have ever played Undead Mirror on ladder, you must have some experience with this. This is a favorite tactic on lower level ladder games. Level 3 Lich, Invis Potion into the main. And would be a dream for Happy here to cancel the tech. If he cancels 1-0's tech, this is probably GG. But even if he doesn't, if 1-0 goes through with the tech, then he's going to lose so much gold. He's going to lose so much gold. Oh, this game is looking terrible for the Chinese. Lich is now surrounded in the back, but he don't care. He has a Staff of Teleportation. And he has level 4 now as well. That's great. So much mana sustain. And maybe he can just walk out. Having no narrow tower here is definitely greedy. DK. Uh-oh. Is he gonna die? DK or Acolyte. One of the two is gonna die here. Guaranteed. We got one more Nova. And DK with the heal pot stays alive. Happy is trying to get everything he can. Even gets the Acolyte. 0 Acolytes left. I mean, this is the most GG game I've ever seen. 1-0 was creeping with the Lich, and indeed he got some good experience, but ridiculous gold lead that Happy now has. This is going to be an interesting post-game graph, because the gold lead is going to be off the charts.
A player's forces are under attack.
And all Happy now needs to truly be solid and stabilized is Statues, Tier 3 Aura, Orb. This would be the craziest comeback of the decade if 1-0 wins this game. This should be completely impossible. I'm surprised he didn't GG yet, by the way. Not only did he lose all 5 Acolytes in tech, which is beyond crippling. Happy also has a level 4 Lich and an expansion with a whole bunch of towers, by the way. Happy's looking a bit inspired here by Labby. And let's go for some more Acolyte kills, baby. Telestaff actually on cooldown right now. Happy's Lich could, in fact, die here if 1-0 was home to defend, but he's not home, is he? Happy's DK got the level 2. He would love to be level 3, but that's a luxury right now he doesn't have. But level 2 is quite good already. That aura, as every undead knows, makes all the difference. Dude, the gold lead is ridiculous. 8,200 gold here. 6,900 in Happy's gold mine. Plus the expo. Dude, this is like a 5,000 gold lead or something. There's freezes on the stream? Really? That's weird.
A player's forces are under attack.
Okay, hopefully that's gonna... Yes, lags. No lag here. Big lags. Stream is fine. Okay, this is very confusing, guys. For some it's fine, for some it's not. Okay, then it might be like a local Twitch thing. I'm not sure. I hope this is gonna fix itself for everyone.
A player's forces are under attack.
Alright, well. Happy now up at 70 supply. 1-0 is still hoping for a miracle here. He's trying now to counter-expand. Finally mining fully again from the main base. Let's take another look here and compare these mains. We got 7,500 now against 5,900. Ooh! 1,600 gold difference. Plus acolytes that have to be remade. It's like a 2,000 gold harass. That's pretty crazy. Plus the expansion. Oh, good Nova here though. The level 3 Lich is doing pretty good work. Of course, Happy's Lich is level 4. Level 5 would be huge. 1-0 does have one real advantage. That is level 2 coil on the DK. Lag again. Okay, so there are some lags. Why though? I can assure you guys I am not using any torrents. Truthfully, I never used any torrents in my life. And certainly not now. Okay, if the lags continue on later, then I'm gonna have to restart the stream. But let's give it a little bit of time. Hero kill maybe the one way out of this game for 1-2-0. But he's losing so much. Expansion, very approachable. Very abusable. Happy starting off the series here with a bang. Outstanding play on the first map. 1-0 tried to punish the enemy expansion with a bit of ghoul aggression early on, but slowed down his own tech, slowed down his own fiend play, and I guess Happy's push into the main to prevent the tech or delay the tech did end up working really well. So what's the gold difference here? Total gold mined, 12,700 versus 7,180. That's a 5,500 gold difference. Plus all those acolytes that had to be remade. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's a lot of gold. That is a whole lot of cheddar. 1-0 in the blue. 1-0 trusting still in his build. It's a Tet Fiend opening here again, as you can see. Early altar, late crypt. For Happy, again, early crypt. Now, this is again a great fast expansion map. If you might be wondering what makes a fast expansion map, well, it's pretty straightforward. Is the expo easy to creep? Yes? Then yes. Is the opponent far away? Even better. Both of these things are the case. 1-0's main base quite far away from Happy's natural, and this camp is ridiculously easy to creep. Even easier than in Tidehunter's. Probably. You could make the case. Into Lich first, once more. Happy could also go for a little bit of a mind game here. He could pretend to go expo to force 1-0 into an aggressive stance, and then just go for an expo, no expo, excuse me, and just attack instead. So Happy could just buy a skull here for 50 gold, threaten an expansion, and then perhaps force an overreaction out of 1-0. Or, of course, he could just go through with the expansion. After all, this is a very good expo map. Okay, here comes the 6th Acolyte. That seems to point towards an expansion.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0 already on the move. And he's bringing a lot of ghouls this time. Okay, 1-0 switching up his play. He doesn't go for the graveyard. He doesn't go for early fiends. He is going to go aggressive. Okay, this is going to be an interesting adjustment now. 1-0 could even send the ghouls into Happy's main base. There's no defense there at all at the moment. I wonder if Happy's going to go for a Nerub. Oh, okay. Happy is going for a Nerub, but of course takes a while to upgrade. There is no Nova available at the moment for the last hit. Never mind, there is a Nova. Happy used 2 Novas now already. DK gets a last hit steal. That's big. Every bit of experience here is very valuable. But the DK only down here with only Skellies is not really very threatening. At the same time, Happy struggling in the main base, playing a little bit of run around in circles with the Acolytes. Of course, 1-0 also, this costs him a lot of lumber. Using these many ghouls this early. And Happy not yet expanding. Acolytes still all alive, but all pretty hurt. Ooh, Happy about to lose some of his workers here if he doesn't micro really well. And an Acolyte is going to go down here. So, seems like Expo is successfully cancelled. This is going to cost quite a few ghouls in the end, though. 1 Acolyte has died, 3 ghouls exchanged for it. And now, interesting, is Happy still going to expand or not? The tech has begun. Ghouls are moving out again. Okay. Lich got level 2. DK didn't get too much experience. He only got 1 creep steal and 1 acolyte, so still not too close to level 2. But he's gonna get it here. Alright. Wait, is this camp enough? Must be enough, right? Nowadays, every camp is at least half of level 2. And right now, Happy kind of in the dark. He doesn't have Skellies out on the map. He doesn't know where 1-0 is, what he might be up to. If 1-0 attacks into the main base, this could get quite hairy for Happy. And he's moving with a bunch of ghouls. This should be a pretty easy expo cancel. Happy quite lucky to be in the attack path of the Death Knight. And we got lots of ghouls on both sides. DK has a TP. Oh, he also has a cloak. DK has a cloak, so he can't even get surrounded here. Wait, Wonder Zero is not going for the Haunted? Is he going to go for it after? Okay, he is. It's going to cost a couple of ghouls, probably. But it's a successful cancel. 1-0 with a good counter expo play here, if you ask me. Happy to get some more exit kills to make this worth it. Gets one more ghoul here. Gets another ghoul there. Ooh. Is he going to save that Acolyte? Damn. Okay. There's one Nova available still. Gets another ghoul. So this costs 1-0 quite a few ghouls, but I think it's worth it, isn't it? He delayed the expansion by a long, long time. And now we got the graveyard up. 1-0 can build his Fiend army soon. The big downside is experience is looking bad on 1-0. Still not even level 2. Whereas Happy is about to lock in level 3. Good adjustment though by 1-0. Not just playing blindly Ted Fiend build in the face of enemy expansion. Happy finally punishing the early game weakness of Ted Fiends. That I feel like he didn't do for a long time. Oh, that Skelly would be level 2 DK. Oh, Happy. Not pulling the Skelly away. Oh, now he is. I was about to say hashtag washed. Okay, now Happy moving across the map. He's got level 3. He's got Lich with boots. And he knows the DK is low level. He's also low mana, as it turns out. Happy would love to cancel the tech here once again. Cancel the tier 3 tech. Buy himself more time. Happy is going to need a Fiend army pretty soon. And Happy's still far away from that. Has to start teching now. And he does. Oh, but Lich shows up. He has one. Uh-oh. Nova here. Where's it going to land? Not using it on the Acolytes, interestingly. Happy going for the Ghoul, so the Acolytes might indeed all survive. I'm very surprised Happy isn't gunning for the Acolytes more. But the Ghouls in the back and the Skellies are. Again, trying to kill the Ghouls instead of Acolytes. Is that perhaps not a mistake, I wonder? Still, all Acolytes alive. 1-0, still no Narrow Tower, by the way. That is pretty damn greedy. Lich now, gonna pop out. Oh, Happy here, a little bit of miss micro. The Ghouls not attacking the Acolytes in the back. Happy's gonna get only one Acolyte kill here. Oh, maybe 2. Lich for Happy is about to get surrounded. Oh, he could have surrounded him there for just a second. Yeah, I think Happy should have used at least one of those Novas, maybe even both Novas on the Acolytes. I gotta feel like that was a bit of a mistake. But still, this is going to be fairly expensive. Mining time lost. One Acolyte died in the tech. But this could have been worse for 1-0. And Happy is still very, very far away from level 3. Invis Potion. Happy is coming back for the next round of harass. I think the back of the base is walled off, though. I don't think the Lich is going to get in. This tree here is blocking the path. 1-0 certainly in a much better position compared to the last map. Alright, here's the Lich showing up again. Only going to get one Acolyte kill though. This one's not going to be that expensive. And 1-0 is on tier 3. He still needs more supply though. One Fiend and one statue is not enough of an army to really attack Happy. But again, once 1-0 gets to 50 supply, he is going to have a formidable army. He has reached the tier 3 tech and is reaping the rewards.
B2WR Aurora B2WR Aurora B2WR Aurora.
Yo, okay, and with the resub. Thank you very much. Happy would love to get that level 4. Get that sick mana regen rolling. Happy, by the way, no Fiends yet. He is going to need Fiends pretty damn soon. And now Fiend production begins. Some towers in each base. As Happy it's just 1 or 2 kills away from the level up. 1-0 now, making his presence known. Oh, Happy could have stolen that one with a Nova. Well, missing the opportunity here to get the kill and get the level 4. That seems to be a bit of an error. Okay, now 1-0 starting to get scary. Happy hasn't built the big army yet. Nova, there we go. Gets the steal, gets level 4. That's also +4 intelligence. A baby, as you may know. 1-0's army right now, way stronger. He's got the statue advantage, the aura advantage, and the orb advantage. That's all really big. Happy's trying to catch up on tier 3, and he's not too far away. 30 seconds, and he's going to be there. Ring on the DK, I like that. Items also on 1-0 looking pretty damn good. Gloves, mantle, claws. Oh, claws +8 as well. And Happy's far behind in experience. I feel like he definitely should try to prioritize level 2 DK now. If he gets this camp, solo experience, Deathknight, he's gonna reach it. Lots of gold on Happy already. He might jump into upkeep right away with the Dark Ranger. 1-0, not going for the full attack yet. He picks up another item. Claws again! Holy shit! Lich and Dark Ranger are gonna be giga stacked. Scary heroes for 1-0. Maybe he's just going to counter expand now. He has the level lead, the item lead. Just needs to catch up on economy. By the way, I think we didn't compare the gold mines yet here in the main base. 6,750 against 6,700. So it's actually the same amount of gold lost also because of the early game, where Happy was running around with his own acolytes. Happy placing a sentry ward here. He sees what's going on. Good scout by 1-0 with the Skelly. Oh, he sees Happy getting over here towards the expo. Happy's trying to find the castle, but the Skelly scout by 1-0. Beautiful. That is going to secure the Haunted Gold Mine here. Very, very well done. Perfect scout by the Chinese. Happy starting to go into late game tech Banshees. That is something 1-0 isn't doing. Something perhaps he can't afford yet, being only on one base all this time. So Happy knows he's got the weaker heroes, but he wants to still come out on top in the end with the better tech. Fiend Banshee is the ultimate tech in Undead Mirror in the late game. While Destroyers are better around 50 supply, 50 to 60 supply, if the game goes really long, like 70, 80 supply, with upgrades, heal scrolls, higher levels, blah blah blah, then Fiend Banshee is amazing. Anti-magic shell can be dispelled by other dispellers, but not by destroyers these days. The damage items here are quite obscene on 1-0. Quite lucky with these items here. Ring of Regen also nice for the DK. Happy needs level 3, doesn't he? He's not solo creeping the Death Knight here, though. I'm a bit surprised about that. Invis Lich for Happy, scouting around. He could get dispelled if 1-0 sniffs this out somehow, if he notices by being blocked or something. Or Happy could try to steal the item here. Oh! Cheeky, cheeky. Hold on. And... oh! Didn't get the Nova, but he got the item. It's a useless item. And Happy failing to get these Nova steals 3 times in a row. A little bit too slow with the Nova. Happy now moving north on the map. Slowly building his Fiend army. Fiend Banshee army, I should say. Happy sticking around with the Lich so he can threaten the Acolytes down here. Oh, this is a smart play by Happy. With the Lich down here, 1-0 is incentivized to stay here with his army as well. And so Happy has freedom on the map to creep in the north. This should then be level 3 DK finally. The stream is freezing sometimes. Yeah, it's really weird. Normally this never happens. I'm seeing it in OBS. Sometimes it drops spikes or drops frames. I'm sorry about that. After this series, I'm going to restart the stream. Hopefully that can help. Maybe until then it has fixed itself, but if not, we're going to restart the stream before the grand final. Okay, let's focus on the fight for now. Happy now has the Banshees. He's got the AMS. Oh, he didn't get level 3 DK. Oh, creeping mistake by Happy. But here he gets a kill, and that is level 3. Silence can be dispelled. Destroyer webbed in front. He's got the wide arc behind the tree line. And he's got the Banshees, of course. Oh man, now the drill is going on upstairs. What the hell? In this fight, Happy holding a slight supply lead, but let's not forget about the heroes. The heroes here are extremely strong on 1-0 side. Another destroyer is going to be going down. The towers again helping for Happy here. DK for the Russian now. Very hurt. Has an invuln. Happy looking for the next kill. AMS still protecting the Banshees. A bit of curse can also be applied. And all of a sudden, wait a minute. All of a sudden, Happy has a huge supply lead. Very strong Fiends as well. His heroes might be weaker, but the Fiends are stronger. With 3 attack upgrades and also with AMS protecting them. Silence once more. No Nova at the moment. Happy's DK still in some hot water here. He's got the invuln protecting him. Fiends being exchanged. Both getting some kills here. We have level 2 Black Arrow, by the way. Really strong on 1-2-0. Getting those bigger skellies. Also good damage, by the way. Black Arrow level 2. And all of a sudden, Happy seems to have found a big edge. 72 supply, 600 gold still. Happy can go for the items now at the shop. Another invuln and a heal scroll, but he's low on mana. DK no coils at the moment. But Happy's Lich is getting close to level 5. And level 5 Lich is insanely good. Happy, by the way, no longer playing Frost Armor. That's a weird ziggurat here. And now level 3, big level up here for Happy as well, and I think that might do it for map number 2. 1-0 struggling to bring his army together. He started to go for the Banshee tech, but he doesn't have it ready yet. Great idea by Happy with the Banshees. Realizing he had the time to go for the strong late game tech. Playing a good disruptive Lich as well to buy that time for himself. Strong play again by the reigning champion. And this seems like Happy's just picking off the pieces. Huge supply lead. Happy has fought and worked his way here to get this lead with a good strat, great execution. Happy always one of the big scorers in the B Cup. As mentioned earlier, Happy has made every single B Cup Grand Final since he started playing here in B Cup 11. Wait, the Lich went down. Wait, I was looking at OBS. Happy lost the Lich with TP and invuln. Oh, huge mistake by Happy. Oh my god. Maybe he was looking at his OBS as well. He seemed distracted. 1-0 though, still reeling. Low supply. Happy fights on without a Lich. That is also mad. There should be something going to the tavern. Happy needs that tavern res. He's got the resources for it. Scary moment for Happy, but it seems like he still has a solid army here. And the Lich is going to be rejoining now with 2 Fiends coming as reinforcements. Happy probably has spikes too. Yeah, perhaps that is the reason. There we go. Lich now finds the button for the invuln potion and finds the button also for the Dark Ritual. Eats a Fiend, gets the Nova, gets the kill. And the second map. Happy here once again with fast expo play. 1-0 trying to counter it. And Happy indeed. This wasn't an easy game for him. This game, we didn't quite have the 5,500 goal lead. 1-0 got the counter expansion up at some time. But most importantly, 1-0 was able to dominate the mid game with this tier 3 triple hero play. And was in a decent position, but Happy with some smart play, buys the necessary time for himself to upgrade his Fiends so well for the late game, get that Banshee tech. The Banshee tech here really was the thing that made the big difference.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the final day of B Cup 16. Sorry for the little technical difficulties here in the beginning of the stream, but now we hopefully have a flawless experience for the greatest Warcraft gamers in the freaking world. Warcraft is happening now. We got 120, who oftentimes has a challenging start to the series. Now up against Happy, has to win 4 maps, of course. And here it is, guys. Thank you, Nihilik. Thank you, Zushi. Thank you, Deuteronomicum. Thank you, Da Flip, for the €5. Neo jumping in, bringing the spirit. Let's go. Sunny Boy with the 7 months. Johannes, Mki, Ferryman, and Ataria with the gifts up. That's the freaking spirit for a Lowerbracket Final, who challenges Starbuck in the Grand Final. So far, it looks like it's an Emperor kinda day. And who wouldn't love to see a rematch of Happy versus Starbuck? Let's be honest, everybody. I gotta make sure. Yep, Happy in the blue, 120 in the yellow. So far, it felt like 120 was a bit outmaneuvered. Let's go. Thank you, Link, for the bits. But I am incredibly curious if this is the regular occurrence of 120's early series being weak before he turns it up. The diesel engine of Undeads, it just keeps on happening. Happy with the Lich aggression, 120, as so often with the DK Tet Fiends. A more elegant way, if you ask me, and Happy pure brute force. This is the styles clash between the two, and this has been the styles clash between them for a long time. Lich Ghouls, high tempo, big damage, lots of speed. Yurko, thank you for the tier 1. Neo, you're the GOAT. Feels good to hear that, everybody. Where is audio? Oh shit, you're right. Sorry, there's audio. So, since Happy has so much burst damage output in the beginning, he will be the one creeping to get a fast level 3, sometimes even level 4. On the other side, 120 has limited tools to disrupt this, but he'll still try. Coil has, of course, a projectile speed. Nova does not, so Nova will always hit faster. On the other side, though, if you buy some time for the tech, which will be a lot faster for the DK Tet Fiend player that is 120, you can edge out an advantage later on. And that is all 120 is playing for. Pump fake? Not working. And it is a win for you if you buy time. It is a win for you if you drain mana. It is a win for you if you delay level 2 and 3. And at the same time, we have 120 harassing here, but Happy's ghouls have an easy time of cleaning that up. These early games are about every single skeleton, every bit of mining time. If an acolyte has to move, he's not gathering resources for you. And that will delay Happy's tech even further. For 120, it's important to not take too much damage. On the DK, yes, you could go for a ritual dagger, but if you're on a tempo timing, then of course you don't want to waste these resources. He gets the circlet though. Very nice to have more HP, more damage, more mana, more everything, and it scales well for the Lich. And Happy is known to be a little princess, to stack up these circlets to build a super Lich. And he's using Nova on the DK. That means this is a Nova that's not ending up on creeps, and so far I'd say this is an excellent harass. Even a ghoul falls with the Fiend Snipe. Well done, 120. This seems to be a different player. He gets another one! This seems to be like a different player than the first 2 matches of the series. The early game works well. Now, a little bit of a risk. If a Nova hits a Fiend and the ghouls are there for the surround, 215 gold are down the drain. It was a risky camp by Happy with the Sasquatch being that tanky, and 120 punishes it hard. Tech is almost complete. You see the difference. 120 is ahead here by good 15 seconds roundabout. and the 2 ghouls. That hurts. As I said, it's a lot about resources. You have a lot of ghouls, but 2 ghouls less hurt you big time. This took a lot longer than Happy originally wanted. And this is now Boots and Claws and Ring kind of fine. Now the tempo shifts a little bit. 120 has arrived on tier 2 and he's going for the Naga once again. It could be a liability down the road, as the Naga is a hero that is not undead, so you cannot coil her with the DK and heal her. But she offers a lot of control in the mid game. Oh, the arms were already open. Can't steal the last hit, but can punish the DK a little longer. So at the moment, Naga is used as a defensive weapon against the Lich, controlling him a little bit further. Arms already in the air again, as Happy has so much mana, and now he's putting on the screws. That coil though, Happy not preventing too many kills, uses the Ritual Dagger now for a lot of healing. And the deny on the skeletons. This is the highest level of Undead Mirror that you can possibly imagine. Then later on, Naga, at the moment, she's a crowd control hero. Later on, she offers burst damage with Fork Lightning, and we will add a Lich on top as a 3rd hero, and then we'll see if you got the quick fingers to throw coils
Players' forces are under attack.
against Nova 4. Happy not level 3. That's a problem. DK not level 2. That is another problem, but the tech to tier 3 is on the way. Last hit, opportunity. Misses it, actually. Very curious. He had the Nova ready. He had the mana ready. And the big ogre not stolen. A little bit of an oversight here. Maybe they're playing around it. Maybe he thought that 120 would go for some stop attacks. But this is 120 getting a lot more XP than Happy should allow, in my opinion. But if you get a hero, you slow down your opponent by a lot. But 120's control seems to be pretty good here today now as well. Statues coming, tier 3 on the way. The difference is evened out, by the way. Happy with a quick tier 3 tech. And this will once again be a clash of Happy's Frenzy Ghouls against 120's Destroyer Burst. Tomasz Onyo, thank you.
B2W coach.
Let's go, 2 years. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Happy still controlling this well with Lich only, ghouls creeping at the same time. Nova hurts a lot more now. Level 2 for that spell. But it feels like 120 is in solid control. He's the one with the statues out, and in case you haven't noticed this yet, 120 statue control is 1 level better than Happy's is. When it comes to mana regeneration in general, this is certainly, I don't want to say a flaw in Happy's play, but 120 is just extraordinary. When we have the Chinese overlay, you see the differences, and it's just, the values are just higher. It is what it is. This is the most important upgrade for 120. Destroyer morph against all the ghouls. Happy in the past couple of years hasn't found a solution really to it. We get the Dark Ranger. This is the advantage for Happy in the late game. Silence Dark Ranger should be better than the Naga, but we'll see if that still remains true. It's a nice disable. It offers a wonderful synergy with the Lich, who can eat the skeletons that the Dark Ranger creates. And Happy found a big mana potion. Ready to rock. Frenzy is finished now. Destroyer upgrade has started as well. And Happy's 120's third hero isn't here just yet. He has to wait quite a bit. Who gets the last hit? Was it? Oh, Happy gets the item, but the big one also goes to Happy. Well done. Well done. So both bounties to the Emperor. Another sub to us. Thank you, XCOM. Big nuke on the Shadow Priest. More XP. It's all about XP. 120 doesn't have level 3 yet. And that's a huge problem. Another kill. Another Happy snipe. He gets all the marbles. But 120 was stalling time a little bit. 3-2-1 versus 2-2-1. The Chaz arrived. Orb is there. Supply even. Get backpacked by Happy. I love this. He needs the orb. He needs the orb desperately. This is the huge advantage for 120 now. -4 armor on everything it touches. The Destroyer. Heard already. How to get the level now, though? How to get the level 2 coil? I'm not sure if Happy is gonna give him the time. This is his timing. Johannes Mickey! Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Freaking amazing, dude. This is the appropriate amount of support for a final day of B Cup. Where the Fork Lightning's gonna end up on. Where the Nova's ending up on. We get web on both sides. 120 is getting ready for 60 food. Happy is not. We're getting upgrades as well. Sharky, thank you for the raid, mate. Glad you keep on streaming, brother. I saw you got some big wins over 84 today. 1930 MMR. Sky's the limit, my friend.
A player's forces are under attack.
We're seriously fighting over a troll trapper. That's incredible. Destroyer bust. 120. Going 75 food. Coming in with the creep jack. Happy has no TP. Has to go for it. Nova hitting hard. This time I think it was 120. Ring of the Archmagi for the DK. Kinda nice. Going for the statue immediately. Takes it out. No regeneration. 120. Also a bit attack, but that was a big win for 120 right there. He needs this XP though, and he focuses on that instead of forcing the issue. Going after Happy Zombie.
Go Bucky, I guess.
Sithrin, what's up, my dude? Yeah, it's up for later. Bucky can still chill a little bit. We have to determine his opponent. Red spot, really? That's very risky. The boulder is coming in. A little bit of crowd control by the big golem. And the statue a bit misrallied. Might be a freebie for the Emperor. Distracts a little and gives 120 the time. Yahoo! Svete! With another 5 gifted subs. Absolutely insane, you guys. You're showering us with subs. It is fantastic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is, of course, also... Oh! A big mana potion for 120. This is the preventing ads for 5 community members. The social service. Love to see it. Big mana potion for 120. He has to let go of the red spot. He did get level 2 on the coil on the DK. Struggling a little bit with the Naga, but since the DK of Happy is also not level 3, this might just even out. We have an invo potion for 120. Had a quick fingers. Saito, thank you for the sub.
AYAYA cat JAM.
Exactly. That's some great analysis about this game, my friend. Well said. Couldn't have said it any better. 120 picking up the pieces here. So close to the Fork Lightning. He is brave enough to expand. That is a little bit of a ruse, I guess.
Let's go B2W. Love from France.
Autre Noir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Merci. That was more Swiss. Merci. That's better. Oh, 120. Struggling with the red spot. Happy muscling up another attack, but I think 120 will be fast enough. That is the level 3. Can he queue another unit before the ziggurat falls? He did queue another. So he's at 60. Happy is not. Goes for a temple now. It is a Banshee transition in the base of Happy. We see 2 more acolytes. That is 70 supply at the max. The Dark Ranger got very, very, very little progress. I think the momentum is clearly on 120's side. Happy still has to fight with a level 1 coil. And he's not making any strides changing that. There's also not too much left on the map, to be honest. Upper left-hand side, maybe. But I'm fairly certain that 120 is not going to give him the time to creep these 2 camps there. Item on the ground. Slippers of agility. Dark Ranger probably furious. Got cold feet already. 120. Did he sell the big mana potion or did he use it? I'm not entirely sure. 2-0 attack upgrades versus 1-0. But if Happy's transition goes through, 120 is in trouble. Banshee offer Curse. 33% damage reduction on the target. Offer Anti-Magic Shield. 420 magic damage absorbed. And Possession, of course. that could come into play at some point, but I don't think so. Expo by 120 growing. He seems adamant of going 2 base in the late stage, but Happy is just forcing TP after TP, and now 120 didn't have the resources to go for it. Acolyte's under attack, big economic damage. He has a town portal himself, so if things get dicey, he can just TP out. The damage is done. Happy is finding holes in the defense of 120, punishing it, saves the statue, saves the fiend. Grande execution, and once again, Happy storming into 120's base, wiping out the entire economy. But was that a blessing in disguise? Because he was not focusing on that haunted gold mine. I'm not even sure if he saw that. And now he's going to the right-hand side. Interesting situation in Game 3 of the lower bracket final. There is no fallback net anymore. This is it. Do or die. If you fail here now, you're out. What do the items say? 3 heroes for 120 are absurd. Happy has realized he cannot fight this. With these hero levels, he cannot fight this. And so he's about to change that. Finally level 2 coil. That took 16 minutes. And the Banshees are here with their upgrade. I'm not too sure if 120 realizes this yet. We got battle drums. 10% damage. He sold the first one. Ooh, statue for free. 120 going for revenge. He wants to distract from his expansion left-hand side. It is best of 7. Sorry, this was a bit chaotic of a stream start. I will change it in a bit. Forcing a town portal, running away, exactly as you're supposed to play it. Now, of course, we need massive Acolyte production. The Haunted is at the ready, and with every passing second now, 120 is getting further ahead.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-1 upgrades on Happy. Big army on both sides. 120 trailing a little bit. The investment still has to pay off. Happy finally checking the expo. Gets confirmation now. He has to act, and he is in a position to act. 10 food advantage. This could be the perfect timing. Mana's looking good. Inventory is looking good. Happy has no invuln, only the health stone, and his great control. 70 food. 120 catching up a little bit, but he doesn't have the next ziggurat yet. He can't go up to 80. Dark Ranger level 2 is a little bit of a liability. Classic 120 engagement. DK far up front. He's catching quite some hits. First Fiend down. DK has the health stone. I'm not too sure if you should focus on that, but Happy is doing the right thing, trying to get an Invu potion out. The damage on the Destroyer is so high. Can't coil against that, but that goes for both sides. Destro down. Oh, survives actually for way longer than it should. Now it's dead. Even food. Level 4. Oh, 120. This could be your fight if you hang in there just a little bit longer. This is Happy. Basically all in. Has to prevent the expansion. Next nuke. Looking strong. Happy. What's left in the tank? The big mana potion is left in the tank. Well, 120 has used his already. DK has to retreat. Is always going forward. Healthstone consumed as well. This was the last consumable for Happy in this fight. Where's the momentum? 3 out of 5 Acolytes, but it is a difference maker. Focus fire on the Lich. Nuke! Coil last second. Arm was up. Lich still at 50%. Destroyer safe. The positioning of 120's DK is getting better. Now he's marching forward, trying to trigger another coil here. Lich in trouble now. There doesn't seem to be another coil. Careful, buddy. 53-53. But 120 has to retreat. Everything is cursed. JJ Xudo, thank you. And this is big punishment on that second base. And with that, things are even again. Woo! What a banger of a fight between the two. At one part, it looked like 120 is holding and 120 is doing it. But then The last meters of the fight went to Happy once more. And he might be ahead now, but 1-0 is in no upkeep. We're still mining for a little bit, but Happy won't leave him alone. 3 minutes of main bases. Did the Banshees make the difference in the end? Was that the right call? It is certainly a help. And Happy knows if I lose a hero now, it's over anyway. Sell that altar. Neck and neck fight between the two. Invo potion, both on 1-0 side. He didn't have to use one early. This is the banger that we expected in a match between the two. The rivalry that's going on for almost a decade at this point. Who's the best undead in the world? Usually the answer is Happy, but usually an undead mirror. The answer is 1-0. Oh wow, that's a huge bounty here. That's Lich level 4. You know what that means. No Banshee transition. Both players seem to be fine. Oh, are we? Yeah, seem to be fine with mining out and then going for one last fight. Possession coming in. Item was a ring +5. It's not ideal, but a lot of gold. You can cut the tension with a knife. Calm before the storm. We're getting a sacrificial pit. In case of Burrow, the Shade can reveal the Fiends. Happy is out of gold. 1-0, due to that attack earlier, has 1 more minute of mining. He shouldn't engage right now. Just make sure. Exactly, chat. +4. There we go.
A player's forces are under attack.
Shouldn't attack right now. Has to mine out, build the ultimate army. Anti-magic shell triggered. Maybe this is just a fight to drain some mana, get some freebies, but everything is anti-magicked up. I'm not too sure where 1-0 is fighting here. There doesn't seem to be a reason for that. Fiends are falling. Lich position isn't that good. The coil was nice. Happy switching targets. Next Fiend is falling. Why is he attacking into Happy's base? Isn't that nonsensical? He has no chance in this fight so far. And I don't see that swinging with the Banshees, with the curse, with the possible possession. 1-0 in dire straits here. Silence on the Naga. No burst damage here. And even if the burst damage gets absorbed by the anti-magic shell, a genius strike of going into that Banshee technology. Happy was struggling a little bit in this game, but when it counts most, he's there, and a very, very questionable push by 1-0. Yeah, I think this was maybe the pressure being a bit too much for 1-0, and it's not getting any lower. We're in a best of 7. You're in the lower bracket, and you gotta win 4 maps in a row versus Happy. 1-0 has been in quite a slump recently in the past couple of weeks. So getting top 3 is, I think, a good result for him, regardless if he's getting 4-0 tier or not. For Happy, winning a series against one of his biggest rival in the past 5 years with 4-0 would give him, of course, an amazing amount of momentum going into the grand final versus Starbuck.
A player's forces are under attack.
Happy this time in the yellow. Starting with the Lich once again, the builds are exactly the same. We end up on Hammerfall. This is also the last map pick of 1-0. Might be a problem down the road. But I feel like the last game by 1-0, if we exclude the push, the last one, was fine. This was definitely a winnable game at some point. Happy surrounds himself, dashing out a Nova. Let's hope together that 1-0 isn't triggered by the outcome of this. He makes the Makrura creep spot weird. Lich is taking quite some hits. DK is taking quite some hits. Always chip damage on both of the first heroes. And this is Lich leveling prevented with just the presence of a DK. In the mid game, by the way, Happy lost 2 ghouls last game. That shall not happen again.
The town is under siege.
Makrura up for grabs. Happy playing around the Nova mana. Not allowing 1-0 a hit here as he's using the coil defensively. It is seriously about the skeletons here. Oh, no deny. This should be level 2. Close, roundabout.
A player's forces are under attack.
He took an Acolyte off the grid. And 1-2-0's tech is far ahead. As is the norm, Makrura goes to Happy, but he's hurt. So, tech delay. Income delay. Oh. This has some upsides for 1-2-0 for sure. Let's see if he can get this one with the spider. Oh, Happy playing around the Fiend shot brilliantly. Took the ghouls off the target. Don't allow the projectile to get the last hit. That would have been a disaster. So now it's about destroying the regen, but Happy, he's, hey, I got level 2. I got some skeletons. I'm playing around the cooldown and I'm gonna pummel you with my Nova. Sorry, this is a bad habit to check the bases. I know. Happy still has a skull. This will help with regeneration. Naga second again. This truly feels like 4 years ago. Oh, careful 1-2-0. If the DK falls, it might be your end. Oh, nuke! This is not how the series is supposed to go! 0 XP and a DK kill. Happy after being contested at the bottom. Charging up. This is a domination now. Not careful enough 1-2-0. You know that aggression is coming. And it's not necessarily about the time that the DK is benched. It's about the lost progress. It's about the progress that the Lich makes. 2.6 already. Grande disaster. Everybody knows this camp is tricky. You're gonna get poisoned no matter what. He was hurt already. He wanted to steal it away. And oh boy, did he get punished. DK back. But in XP, boom. Can someone look up on Warcraft3.info when was the last time that Happy defeated 1-2-0 4-0? It must be quite some time. And since the Naga is going for Ice Arrow and not Fork Lightning and he doesn't have a Lich for the Nova himself, Happy can calculate and outmaneuver him even if his Lich is low. Oh, it was in August 2024. Not as long as I thought. Thank you, Trixie, for the research.
A player's forces are under attack.
And in January it was 4-1. Yeah, well, this is not 1-2-0's year just yet. Of course, he's by no means weak. It's just not that he's outstanding.
A player's forces are under attack.
As outstanding as he was in 2024. Happy's game is coming together. The techs are aligning, so not even that advantage is on 1-2-0 anymore. I think it's amazing that Happy realized that with Ted Fiends himself. Ooh, nice Fork Lightning calculation! But he's losing a Fiend for it! 215 gold gone. And more experience on the account of that Devious Lich. Of course you don't want to give this up. Every nuke could turn the tide, but the Dark Ranger is out. 1-0 has to wait for the Lich. But yeah, this is so much more Happy's playstyle than the Ted Fiends that he was playing himself for a while. Realizing that 1-0 has a lot more issues defeating the Lich tempo, the Lich aggression was smart. That clicked in what, January? And the control today is on freaking point. Happy is always the most dangerous when he's hurt. And that 1-4 versus Starbuck yesterday must have hurt. I think there's barely a flaw in his play here in the lower bracket. And this is something that we've seen different yesterday. Yes, wait a minute! Nice coils. Damn, what a bait. That focus on the Lich gave Happy time to kill the rest of the camp. And XP is just in his range. Now, we got that Orb of Corruption timing, which works better for 1-0, but only for like a minute or so until Backpack is finished. And then he can go to his own base.
A player's forces are under attack.
Where are the creep spots that you're taking away? Happy is playing a strategically super smart game. Finally some XP, but I'm not even sure. Was that the Golem for 1-0? Yes, it was. It feels like he's playing into his power spikes a lot better than a couple of weeks ago. He has realized the strength of 1-2-0 and he's dodging them, and he's realized his own strength and he's playing into them. Lich almost getting killed there. Sweet silence on the DK. Couldn't have coiled. Another Fiend goes down. This is impressive that 1-2-0 is still hanging in there. But the early DK kill still has a ripple effect in this game. Has to evasion creep now. Happy's on a collision course again. If you're super careful, I get you here. Otherwise, I know where you are. You want to go for that red spot. We got a heal scroll. Both play around 50. Will the hero levels make the difference? Another freebie. The coil misses too. When it rains, it pours. So many gifts. So many gifts. 1-2-0 needs a hero kill. And it gets the hero kill. Oh boy. There was no mana. He was 10 mana off. Is this the moment 1-2-0 has been waiting for the entire game? All of a sudden, bigger supply lead. All of a sudden, he got the levels. This level 3 DK. There was a surround. Doesn't close it. Another gift. But for the first time in a long time, the momentum is with 1-2-0. Did he see this moment coming all along? Just when you praise Happy, this happens. Only a level 1 hero again. But now it's 1 for 1. Eye for an eye. Happy can still go for some creeping. His DK levels are way more important. His Lich levels are way more important. Getting a heal ward is extraordinary. Is this the moment where 1-2-0 is flipping the switch? Happy going Banshees once again. Economic punishment.
I love this mod for the graphics. Looks amazing. Less than 3 BTW. Go Happy versus Bucky Final.
Let's go. Thank you.
W hype.
Abstract. We go for acolytes, we go for ghouls, we go for distraction and time. 1-2-0 in Happy's base. There's towers shooting. He's still taking the fight for quite some time. Don't lose the DK again. You got a TP, you got a heal scroll. Don't over commit, and he doesn't. Wonder if he's stuck there a little bit too long, but he did so much Damage to Happy. Ghouls, all dead but one. And what are you doing with this advantage now? There's still a completed Banshee transition. Anti-magic shield is up for grabs, and Happy knows exactly where 120 is going. I was worried for 120 there for a little bit, but he didn't lose a single thing. Well done. Got a mana potion, got an invo potion, got the heal scroll. Might need that soon. Lich under fire. Good reactions. The Fiend dances on, and usually in a Fiend mirror, this is where 120 is ahead. There was the heal scroll. Coil hits as well. First destroyer down. Second one still up. Statue falls for Happy. This is almost an unwinnable situation. The Dark Ranger kill shifted the momentum completely. Another destroyer falls. Whenever that happens, there is a chance to catch up in supply, but not necessarily here. Careful. DK. Don't overcommit. You got this. Lich in trouble. Coil at the ready. Big level up ahead. There we go. Level 2 Nova. Is there enough burst damage to break through the anti-magic? It feels like it. It truly feels like it. Invo potion. Looking for a nuke himself, maybe. But the coil is there thanks to the mana potion. Well prepared. Happy is fighting, I guess, as well as it gets. Here's the Nova. That's the kill. That's the second one. Chasing for the DK, but the chase is, in this case, not better than the catch. It is 120 putting his name on the board. Happy is not getting the 4-0. And a little dent into his performance here. The first weak moment of my casting here with Happy 120. Losing the hero unnecessarily in the middle of the game. And what a moment for 120 for this series. He didn't get the camp. He lost the DK early on in the game. He got his timings taken away. And then he's back. That was 3 Fiends for free, a statue for free, and Happy couldn't close it out. Happy upper left-hand side, our map is Turtle Rock. Happy finds himself on the upper left-hand side. Will this gnaw on him? Usually he's one of the best players to be able to bounce back into a series, and Happy fans around the world shouldn't be too worried. Cross positions. What a series to start the day, huh? After the Grubby versus Tyler show match yesterday, Warcraft, the gift that keeps on giving, as well as the upcoming influencer tournament soon. DK by 120, he even plays Fiends on Turtle Rock, where ghouls have quite an advantage creeping, like they're already better at creeping. And here on Turtle Rock, there's a lot of creeps with normal armor. Or medium armor, rather.
A player's forces are under attack.
Where ghouls have the better attack type. They switch colors. That is unfortunately not selectable. So it's a bit random. This time the DK is not rushing across, creeping with normal damage skeletons to get at least a little bit of XP till the first Fiend joins in a bit. Probably gonna grab the item and then go. But yeah, the most passive early game.
Player's forces are under attack.
And this will lead to Happy unfolding his play. He can even go to the red spot. Items so far, I would say a tiny bit better for 120, but Happy with the cloak is also scary, so Don't underestimate that. And it is the red spot. And 120 knows exactly what's up. Will Happy start the camp? Yes, he's convinced that he can take all the bounty. 120 is right there. Big damage. Taking out... Oh, the creep right there. The second Berserker goes to Happy. Everything's fragile here. So much damage from the Forest Troll Warlord. 120 only has his DK though, but Happy has to abandon the creep. Dashes out in Nova. Controls the DK well. Fiend arrives. Maybe to cancel some healing, but the DK is hurt. You really don't want to lose him now that he's level 2. Oh, 120 starts to read Happy better.
Forces are under attack.
He's probably not giving up on that spot, is he? Second try. Big win for 120. Big win. That was a bit of a gamble, going all the way to the north. If Happy is not there, this is so much wasted opportunity. But now he leaves him alone and gives the red spot to the Lich. Oh, he got a confirmation though. Incredible items up for grabs. Subi Mask, Group of the Magi, Devotion Aura, Flute. One of the best camps in the map, and what we got? Boots of Kel'Thuzad, unfortunately. It is a bit more attack speed and a bit more armor. And 120 might be a tiny bit too late. Oh! 120 got this. Happy for once, but gets this around on the Fiend. Oh boy, he needs damage. And now, but I don't think he can prevent the kill. Nope. That's level 3 for the Lich. And now the big Nova, not willing to punish the DK as he comes in with the Naga. Is that enough damage without the second Fiend? Repositioning now to not be threatened into another surround. Ice Arrow is on. Interesting. He can't get out even. But 120 is clearly respecting the might of Nova level 2. Range attacks. Sweet. Going in for the ghouls. Happy has played this Lich Ghoul. Careful now. Can she slither away? The body block by 120 is not enough. It was a nice idea, but it is again an early game hero kill for Happy, who regains the momentum after getting a little slap in the face by having his creep route red. Oh, no. Cancel the Fiend. Oh, okay, now he did. Gets the Naga back. I thought for a second he might be supply block. And Happy's back on top. Very much so. Roaming Lich. Full pressure. What? How are you creeping this? Really? With the DK hurt and the Fiend hurt? Okay, I guess this just works. Rune Braces on the other side. He might need it right here, right now. He has a TP. Needs it soon. Lich has Nova. He wants this Berserker. Happy gets the steal. Oh, this Naga. Will she die again? Waiting for the next coil maybe to get a safety exit. Or disengage without... Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. DK body blocks. Lich right clicks. Coil to kill it off. Second kill for Happy. Getting closer and closer to the grand final revenge, which would then be the rematch of the winner bracket final versus him. Oh, surround. Counter block. Still... high quality games by 120 as well, but maybe that was a bit too greedy. But how does Happy have the presence of mind to creep jack this? Maybe he wasn't. Maybe it was a lucky coincidence. And he wanted to get this camp for himself, but only with 2 heroes. That feels like he knew. That feels like he knew. Naga back, but it occupied the altar, and the Lich timing is already delayed for 120. Happy will soon go for the Dark Ranger. Doesn't have the resources at the moment. and keeps
A player's
the
forces
boots of Kel'Thas, which is interesting to me. Could have been a sell. Runebrace Assault. Yeah, 1-0 needs every gold coin that he could possibly get right now. 2 hero revives. His levels are abysmal. Wait. He's not playing without a Lich. He probably just wanted to check if Happy is around too. Just sending a ghoul. Mommy, come home! Alright.
A player's forces are under attack.
1-0 has to take some crazy risks. He's still got the supply lead, but in the middle of Turtle Rock, there's plenty of consumables. Happy got the first one, big mana. It's oftentimes a little bit of a shift in philosophy. Do you want the permanent items that are on the outskirts, or do you want the battle items, the consumable items that are on the back of the turtle of Turtle Rock? And, I mean, it's clear. It's clear that Happy wants the drinks. Happy will catch up. And he got that crazy, crazy Lich. The supply difference is not abnormal. A couple of ghouls were sacrificed, probably. Fiend transition is in. 3-3 heroes, though. Happy is struggling with the level 2 coil again. But his heroes scale better, are better, have higher levels. Scroll of the Beast is great. Helm of Valor of the Dark Ranger for more strength, more HP, more damage and agility. Another red spot for 1-0. Movement speed, the best. Endurance aura. Katka's pipe also S tier item. Oh, this is the worst unholy aura that the DK already provides. But at least he gets level 3. Calculated well. With the level up comes an HP boost. Temple of the Damned by Happy. This was the knockout on Autumn Leaf. And now the supply is even as it should. If Happy gets the Banshees out, and I don't think this is the question anymore at this point, 1-0 will be struggling. He's expanding again. And Happy is scouting for it. There's still a Berserker up as well. He cannot expand from this position. Where did the Acolyte go? He built one. Wait, was he on 4 Acolytes for a while? No. Don't have a shade either. This is odd. Off we go. Is this the big one? Is this the fight? Happy doesn't want it. Oh, the ghouls are getting annihilated. Classic 1-0 timing. Call Nova Naga. The Invo potion is somewhere else, but the heal potion at the ready. Big fight. Big fight. And the supply lead is with the Necromancer. Happy has his eyes everywhere. It's crazy. A skeleton was here. A skeleton is here. A skeleton was checking this position. But now Happy in check. Waiting for the Banshee. 1-0 doesn't want to allow this, but you have to fight into Happy's base again. Last map, this worked. If everything is clumped up and you have that big AoE damage of Destroyers, of the Nova, of the Fort, like this can work. But it's tough. Fiend almost saved! DK! What the hell? Out of freaking nowhere! With an Invo potion! Didn't see it coming! Not at all! What a huge win for 1-0! No more healing for Happy! The Lich is in trouble as well! 14 supply ahead, the statues are falling. Massive disaster. 1-0. Bolt of Steel. Hail Mary. Lich kill. It was only the third hero though. This was the moment that Happy was waiting for to somehow get out of this chokehold. But the Lich, in trouble, is blocked by himself. Destroyers are falling 1-0, maybe over chasing a little bit. DK is coming back, but it will take 90 seconds. Coil too late. There's more and more losses on 1-0 side though. Never fight in an undead base, even if you're an undead. The coils are empty. What the hell? 1-0 is losing the momentum. Happy is winning this fight without a DK? Are you kidding me? Ghouls were helping. DK needs to retreat. Fiend saved. Fort Lightning. Potion with the drop of an item as well. He was slot stop. This is trouble. City! Downport loud. Oh, 1-0. Did you just miss your final shot? Going balls to the walls into Happy's base, oftentimes not a good idea. Very few selected players can do it. We've seen Kaho do it. And now Happy got the DK back from the tavern. Big investment. Same can be said for the Lich. Oh my god. Cinema. Act 2 over. Give me the grand finale. This could have cost 1-0 the grand final. Or at least the extension of the lower bracket final. Doesn't regen work for undeads in general? Yes, but this Black Citadel is only attacking your opponent and not yourself. Close to 4-4-4. Lich close to 5. The resiliency of Happy, losing the DK, not giving up, keep up the fight. Kinda gambling on the fact that 1-0 is overcommitting, setting up a trap, and then the trap snaps. These guys know each other inside out. Round 2. Mana Destroyers 1-0 knows the Banshees are out. He has to close out the game quickly. He cannot bank on the fact that Happy is losing the DK again. This will not happen. Massive silence by the Dark Ranger. Oh my god, 1-0 without his mightiest tools. Here's the level 5 Lich. Immediate destruction, but he didn't even skill it yet. Destroyer saved to the side. Happy still didn't skill Nova. That's a little bit of an issue here. Statue, snipe, now. Still a level 2 Nova. Fort Lightning gets rid of Fiends as well. 1-0 with a little bit of an advantage. Macro is good. 3-0 upgrades on the Fiends. These are so powerful. You don't want to lose them. We got a silence once again. Trading Fiend for a Fiend. Destroyer saved. Lich has still not skilled Nova. What the hell is going on? Banshees could be sniped immediately. Happy. Lich. Trouble. Coil. Saved. But can he get out of there? The anti-magic is coming in. It's great. Invo potion. Naga saved. Fiend falling. There's 2 more kills for 1-0. He tore the entire army apart. It's basically only the heroes left. But the Lich! Not again! The big damage dealer. The enabler. It's all over. Just when you thought that 1-0 cracks him, he fights back. So strong by Happy. Seeing the opportunity. And 1-0 not careful enough. He had a potion. Maybe he was silenced. He could have coiled. But that is a second overextension that you cannot allow yourself against Happy in shape. Maybe I was a bit obsessed with the Lich levels. I'm sorry about that. Oh, with the Nova levels, I guess. But Emperor remains. And we get a Russia versus Slovenia grand final in B Cup. The Western scene taken over. No Korean, no Chinese. It is Happy versus Starbuck. The big rematch. Probably one of the biggest matches that you can possibly get in Warcraft 3 in 2025.